Hi everyone, welcome to this week's analysis on STI. We are now looking at the STI daily chart, and this week STI has put in a very good performance on the Tuesday where we saw a gap up and closing on the high, and then on the Wednesday there was a follow through which have a wider gap up and then closing on the high. Then on Thursday we saw no follow through to the upside, and it was coming with a lower volume, and then on Friday we saw a test of the February high, which is the 3031 level, and unfortunately buyers are not able to keep the high. We saw supply coming into the market and close STI on the day's low. On the bigger picture, I think that STI is still on a uptrend because this initial uptrend line is still being obeyed by STI, which we saw price coming near to the demand line, or this is uptrend line, I call it the demand line. And we saw demand coming in with volume that is average and also towards the high. And we are seeing a narrow spread that represents some buying going on here, and we have immediate confirmation of that on the next bar, which is also have a consistent volume and with a very good widespread gap up closing on the high. So it's just tell us that there's demand in this level here based on this sell-off. And then what we have here is also another good sign of strength here, because we see the market going back up and it comes back down with a slightly lower volume, but on the next bar we do not see volume coming in on the downside, and that is a very good sign that the supply has already been exhausted at this level here. Probably due to this sell-off, there's a lot of people selling off here and then buying coming in and trying to buy up or whatever there's supply has been offered in the market. And then now supply has been dry up here, so market is easy to move up, which confirms by the next bar, which you see that the gap up and then closing on the high. This is the Tuesday bar with a low volume, and that shows some ease of movement, just a little bit of volume, and you can move the market up quite easily. However, on the Wednesday we saw a very much double volume increase, and we are gapping up above the 3000 level, which is a very significant gap up, because the 3000 level is a psychological resistance to STI, and then we gap it up and we close on the high. However, I was quite skeptic about this up move here, because basically for a condition of no supply in the background, and we see buyers absorbing all this supply here, and then we also see a confirmation that supply has already been exhausted. Market should be easy to move up with less supply that's coming into the market. However, on the Wednesday we see this double increase in volume. It just tells us that although the buying is still strong, but there is equivalently a strongest supply that exists in the market, which is probably above the 3000 level. And the gap up above the 3000 level is just suggesting that buyers are quite eager to push STI up above the 3000 level, or possibly trying to take out the high of February. But on the Wednesday we are not able to do so, and with this kind of volume I expect even more than just closing below that high of February. I was expecting it to be above the high, or at least at the high of February closing, and probably trading above it for the next 2 days to come. And on the Thursday we see no follow through and volume just drop off, and we see a very narrow spread closing in the middle, and this formation here just put in a lot of question mark on this Wednesday rally, so I was quite skeptical about that. And on Friday we saw the test, buyer trying to test the February high, but wasn't able to keep it. Supply came into the market and closed STI on the day's low. So this is also done is increase in volume, so we know that supply is now coming into the market on Friday. So on the overall on the intermediate trend, I was thinking it is still an uptrend, because we are not violating the demand line. But on the intermediate trend we are trading in sideways, and in actual fact I was upgrading my view on this up move here to be a rally through the February high. However, on the Friday, I just downgrade my view to a neutral position because I believe that we might be seeing another 1 or 2 days or probably 3 days of sideways movement dealing with this level of 3000 or above the 3000 level here, just to see whether supply is still coming in a stronger way or not. But if we see some down bars and down bars something like this, and then with a very low volume here, then we will know that this supply has been probably exhausted at this level, which will be a launch pad for STI to move towards the 3100 level in the later week. So that is my view on the STI on this daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart, and let me show you something interesting. Basically, in the weekly chart, we are now coming to the level of this low here, which we are trying to negotiate, and this week we are able to close above the 3000 level, which I said that this is a psychological level and also a previous point of support, and now becomes resistance. So we are able to break out of that, and then trading above it. However, this behavior here in the initial stage was looks more like an exhaustion, but because of this last week bar here, we have made a lower high and lower low, and now we are trying to move back up here. It just not a very typical exhaustion behavior here. What we need to see is that another bar with a higher high or higher low on this weekly bar or weekly chart here with an increase in volume. Then we probably would think that STI might launch its upward movement to the 3100 or even higher to the 3300 level. But we are seeing this exhaustion behavior here with a lower volume. So I am still not very sure whether this is a very typical one, because basically market always surprise me, and it might just do something funny about the behavior here before it launched to a higher ground. Or it might just probably turn down to have a much more meaningful correction, which I was anticipating, at least to have a meaningful correction to wipe out the wick holders or get rid of the wick holders from this up move here, and then to prepare STI for a launch to the possible 3300 level in the later probably months to come. So that is my take for the STI. And one more thing is that on this weekly chart, I have put in a uptrend channel, and we are now at the overbought position of the uptrend channel. And now we are seeing a lack of volume on this rally, so I would not probably think the possibility of STI brushing through to towards the 3100 level this week is a highly possible chance. It may be just a 40% chance for STI to move up to the 3100 level next week, because if this excess supply that is at this 3000 level here is not properly dealt with or taken out, then any rally towards the 3100 level, we might see a significant pullback towards the 3000 level for a test, and that will probably be a more significant one. And I would certainly hope that it will be coming back to the 2900 level to wipe out the wick holders on this down move here, and probably prepare STI for a new leg up towards the 3300 level. So that is my observation, my game plan, and I'm trying to look at the market and to look at the price action in a more objective way. And this is the teachings of Wyckoff. So that's my view of the STI next week, and I will talk to you next week. Thanks.